So if you've got your tea towel or your hand towel, we'll just start by doing this straight away. You're going to fold it in half, long ways. And then once you've got that, you're going to fold it in half, lengthways again. And then just roll it so that you're making like a little sausage with it. And pop it to one side for just now. No. Fantastic. So welcome to your Tuesday morning yin yang. I hope it finds you well. It's not raining as well as it was expected to be, so we can only be happy for that. This morning we are doing space. So thinking about the space around us. I think about creating space in our bodies so that we can physically welcome in that space around us. Feels as if the space is opening up around us as well for us, because we're starting to get back at a lot of our freedoms. So with that in mind, we are going to do a lovely shoulder opening flow to really release out the shoulders front and back. So if you want to start on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana, and a nice reclined, comfortable Supta Baddha Konasana with if you honestly see if you could see what I see at the moment, what he's sitting looking at, oh it's just something else. So bring yourselves down onto your back, have your little sausage near you, and thread your bolster underneath the backs of your knees, bringing the soles of your feet together. It's not a toy. And your knees apart, and just make sure that you have got support underneath the backs of your knees. When you go down, we are going to come into upside down triangle. So with your two thumb fingers together and then your index fingers pressed together. So you're kind of making a diamond, but what you're going to do is lengthen your fingers away from each other, your thumbs away from each other, so you can make a triangle shape. And then you're just going to place that the top of your triangle with the apex pointing down the way, so the point of the triangle pointing down the way, and the top of the triangle the long ways underneath the navel. I've not explained that very well, but I think you get the gist. And you're just going to rest that at your lower belly area, just underneath your navel, with your apex pointing down towards your tailbone. If at any point you need to adjust your mudra, mudras are just a suggestion, just help to flow the energy. And this one is really good for, it's called the Yoni Mudra, and it's very good for women, really. So just helping to allow that feminine energy to flow through us. And men can take it as well, because we all have a mixture of feminine and masculine energy within us. And whatever balance we can kind of stimulate it. So just have a little check through with your body and make sure you're not holding tension anywhere. No. And just allow your body to start to soften, almost as if you're just welcoming yourself in for your practice, and you're just telling your body that, sending those signals that it's time to soften and relax. Take a glance around your house space, just noticing the surroundings around you, surroundings that you know so well because it is your little sanctuary, something that you have built. But just take another glance around and just notice all the details around you. Trying to make those details without any kind of remark or opinion. Just noticing and observing. And then just allow your eyes to close down and just allow the details of the room to just slide away. As you close down your eyes, just notice how your hearing starts to become a little bit sharper. And just start to notice anything that you can hear, any sounds around you. And that can be within your house, in your room, the room next door, or it can be out with, perhaps you can hear traffic in the distance or birds. So you're just noticing any little details. Perhaps you notice anything that you can smell as well. So just going through the senses. And then just start to notice what you can feel. So feel the mat beneath you. Feel your hands wherever you rest. Feel the touch of the material, wherever they're resting against. And just feel the weight of your body just pressing down onto your mat. And then just start to notice your breathing. So allow all of that stuff to just slide away. And just start to notice your breath. The moment you're not doing anything to adjust or to manipulate that breath, you're just noticing your own personal type of breath. Last week we were thinking about the breath as the ocean. This week I want you to think about the breath as, say, like a thread coming in and out from your nostrils. Golden, incandescent thread. As you breathe in, you breathe that fresh, golden, white, whatever visualization pops into your head, but it's clean and fresh into your nostrils. Filling your body. And then as you exhale, you just see that thread undulating in front of you. So now I want you to turn your attention to your mudra. You've got your visualization for your breath. And just turn your attention, your awareness to where your mudra sits at your lower belly. Just visualize that triangle just sitting, perhaps just hovering above or just pressing down, whatever comes to mind. And as you breathe in, just start to visualize your triangle filling up with that white incandescent light or golden, whatever it is. It's shimmering, it's pure. And it just feels clean, fresh. And it has a very subtle lifting effect to it. Once you get to the top of your triangle, as you exhale, just exhale, and you just see that light just filtering out of your triangle. Releasing all the way down to the apex, to the root of your body. And again, once you start to inhale, you just see it start to fill up. Almost like a jug filling up with water. Draw as much of that breath, that incandescent light in as you possibly can. And then just exhale slowly back out. And just watch it filter out. And you slowly, slowly feel your body soften. Just stay with that visualization, inhalations fill up. Almost cleanse. And the exhalations, just allow that feeling to filter. When you're ready, after your next exhalation, As you just empty your triangle, you're just going to gently open your eyes. So then draw your knees together and then just start to pop whatever it is that was supporting your knees, if you had something, off to one side. We need that for a while. And then just lengthen your legs all the way back out onto the floor. When you're ready, bring your hands out to the side so you've released your mudra, and then you're going to inhale like a snow angel all the way up towards the ceiling. So stop when you can feel your shoulders starting to pick up. If your shoulders start to feel a bit funny, you might find the Prana Mudra, so elbows down towards the rib cage, hands up, a wee bit more comfortable. But whatever it is, you're either in pencil pose or you're in the Prana Mudra now. What we're going to do is just start off by opening the outer seams of the body through our Bananasana. So we'll start by coming over to the right hand side. So start by walking your heels over to the right hand side. And then just allow your hands to follow. You might need to peel your head up and off. And then just start to notice the left outer edge of your body. So we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So just breathe into those areas. And start to deepen the breath, each breath that comes in, just starting to kind of lean into the resistance that your body's giving you in this pose. So you're coming in about 50% to start off with. With every breath, you're just trying to kind of break the seal of the body. And now your breath is long, deep. And it's reaching all the corners that you need it to reach. Start to find that rhythm that's going to set the pace of the first half of our class. And then with your next inhalation, just teeter your heels all the way back through centre. Bring your arms all the way back through centre. And I think the easiest way to do it is bring your hands by your side. And then you're going to gently roll onto the right hand side of your body. Bring your left hand just out in front of you and gently just push that left hand up. Get your sausage roll. And if you need to see what's going on, just have a look at the screen. So we're coming onto the right hand side of our body. We're going to roll our sausage roll. We're like making a mini bolster because we don't want to go too deep this week. Probably work up to it. Then bring yourself back down onto your side of your body, so just below your chest, somewhere along the side of your rib cage. And then lengthen your arm out in front of you. If you've got a cushion, by all means, you can bring it for just underneath your head. And just, it might feel a wee bit uncomfortable, so just adjust it. See if you can stick with it. And then bring your knees up, almost just to where it feels comfortable. And just allow your knees to be in line, so you're gently drawing your left hip back so that it's over the right hip. Also, this is going to take a wee while to get into, but it's absolutely fine. We set it up the first side, you know what to do for the second side. Also for our hips, what's really nice to do as well, if you've got a cushion, you can place it underneath your knees. And that might just make your hips a little bit happier and also bring them in line as well. So take a moment just to adjust yourselves, wiggle about. Do you see what I'm doing now? So I've got my little mini bolster underneath my ribs. I've got my cushion in between my knees, all optional. And my arms extended out in line with my shoulder and my head is down. And if you feel your neck is creaking, like mine is here, it's kind of bent, you just take a cushion under it and just bring your hands on top of each other. So we're going to take a therapeutic shoulder release this morning. So when you're ready, as you inhale, start to just sweep your left hand over your right hand, your right forearm, almost as if you're just massaging into your arm. The bicep, the shoulder, drift it all the way over the collarbone, the right shoulder, and lengthen it all the way up into the air. As you exhale, you can watch the first one if you need to. You're just going to bring your hand down super, super slow, keeping your shoulders in line. And then you're inhaling, doing the exact same again. So it's a big, long inhalation to massage over. lengthen up. If the breath isn't there this morning as well, remember you can just do 2 breaths to every part if that feels more comfortable and work up to it. So we're going to do these for 5. Make sure you're massaging. You all need a bit of touch at the moment. So just make sure that you're really working into all the muscles of your body. Close your eyes down and then just start to find your own flow with it. So we're going for 5 to 6 of these. And you're moving long and slow in time with the breath. And I can't see anybody, but I'm just presuming you've all got, I can see your hand coming up there. And then releasing back down, that's it. And as your hand comes down, you draw it over towards your right hand, which is on the ground. And you see how far you can just stretch it without pulling out your shoulder, and then join all the way back along. Find your breath and just make it rhythmical. And we'll say take 1 more. And just remember how many you did on this side so that you can just kind of balance it off. So the next time your hands come down in line with each other, we're going to gently make our way onto our back. So keep your little mini bolster where it is and just roll round onto it. And then you can play about with where it is. Again, you can take your cushion underneath your head if that feels a bit more comfortable. And lengthen your legs out away from you. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to reset the back. So bring the soles of the feet down onto the floor, knock the knees together and walk your feet out mat length apart, so constructive rest. And you'll feel an arch in your back, that's what we want. We want a little kind of release to the spine, kind of back bend as it were. So hands are out at the side of you, and then bring your hands in line with your shoulders. When you're ready, on an inhalation, keeping both of your shoulders pressed into the earth, you're drawing your hands all the way up till they meet. Once you get to the top of your inhalation, pull your shoulders just gently up and off so you feel that release to the back of the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, slowly release your shoulders down and bring your hands all the way out to the side, controlled. We're going to do 5 of these. So you're inhaling, you're coming up, keeping the shoulders pressed into the mat. Once you get to the top of the inhalation, you gently lift those shoulder blades up. And then as you exhale, you release the shoulder blades down. And then you draw the hands all the way out to the side. And it's slow and controlled. So again, as you come up, those shoulders are pinned to the earth. It's just when you reach the top with hands over the chest. And then you exhale, release, and slowly wave the hands all the way back down again. And just keep flowing with the breath. And make it a moving meditation. Once you've got the flow, you can even close your eyes down and just allow the hands to move in line. And keep breathing on the way up. And then we'll do 1 more round. And then next time your hands come all the way round, lengthen your legs back out onto the earth, we mini fish pose. And then you're just going to release your little sausage for the next part. And you're making your way into pencil pose or prana mudra poses. So we're going to set up for a banana sana on the other side. So just choose your hand position and then just start to teeter your heels over towards the left hand side till you start to feel the stretch coming in through the right hip and maybe the outside edge of the right leg. And then once you've attended to the lower body, you're going to gently just start to bring the top half into it. So just making yourself into that banana shape. Once you have settled, you've found the shape, you're going to lean into the stretch that you've created. You're going to inhale and just send that breath to wherever you're leaning into, wherever you feel the tightness. And exhale slowly back out. And you're going to do it for 3 breaths. Goodness, I've not done yoga all weekend and my body feels tight. I don't know how people don't do yoga. Once you've taken your 3 full breaths, walk your heels back, walk your body back to central, bring your arms down to the side, grab your sausage first of all, put it at the left-hand side of your body, roll onto the left-hand side, so you're coming onto the left-hand side of your body, bring your right hand just in front of you, use that to pick yourself up gently, and then place your sausage underneath your rib cage. I don't know if we should be calling it a sausage. We call it a vegetarian sausage, is that all right? Because sausages are one of my least favourite things. So we'll just call it a little veggie sausage. So place it underneath your rib cage. Try and get it where you felt the stretch on the other side. You want to kind of line it up with this side. And then knees are up, positioned on top of each other. You've got your option for cushion underneath the head and cushion in between the legs. And then just start to line your hands up with each other. Allow yourself to rest for a second, just till you find a shape and you can find a place that you don't need to fidget around in once we start the movement. And we can just focus fully on this shoulder movement. And then when you're ready, when your inhalation starts, you're sorted. You're going to just start to massage through the inside of your left arm with your right hand. Big inhalation massages all the way up through the collarbone, the right shoulder, lengthens up into the air. And then as you exhale, you start to draw that right hand. Imagine it's just a slow magnetized movement all the way down. Watch where it lands and then start to inhale and massage. So you're going for as many you did on the other side, on this side. So I would say about 6 to 7 probably. And just keep working with the breath. Feel the shoulder just starting to open and release. And just make it a moving meditation. Even closing your eyes down if that helps to close the distractions, or just watching the movement of the arm. Sometimes I really like to do that. And when you think about all the things that are going on within your body just to make this movement happen, it truly is remarkable. And once you have finished, how many you are taking on that side, you're going to bring your hands back together. And what we're going to do from here, again, push up with your right hand and just start to draw your left hand under. I'm going to make a way onto the front of our body. So don't worry if you can't see me. I'll just talk you through, you know, this one well anyway. We're coming into Sphinx pose. So you're just rolling all the way over onto the front of your body. Pop your sausage, your veggie sausage to one side. And then just bring your hands parallel to each other. And just start to find your shoulders over your elbows, lengthen your legs back, and start to notice the back of your body, so your lower back, how does it feel? Adjusting your sphinx to allow your body to meet your back where it is this morning. And then we're just going to lean into the resistance here. So just start to inhale and create that space to the lower back. And with every breath in, feel that space coming into the body. Feel the body opening. The diaphragm contracts. Allow your belly to be soft and just welcome that breath in. And we'll see another 3 breaths here. If you have a burning need to take it to Cobra pose, if you really want to open the back this morning, you can slide your hands back to your rib cage, to your chest, sorry, and just gently start to bring it into a nice Cobra. Again, just listening to the back. If Sphinx is enough for you this morning, my back is so tight, I'm just going to take some Cobras. You just work with what your body is telling you. So once we finish those 3 or 4 breaths there, I want you to slide your hands back towards your lower chest and just gently start to push yourself up to all fours. Bring yourself into a tabletop position, so your half plank position. And then start to bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. We'll just start to feel our way in. So gently just rotating round through the hips. Few times, and then once you've taken it in 3 times, perhaps just making the circle bigger each time. Start to draw all the way back in like that spiral. Oh my goodness, notice anything there is there and move tentatively. Like anything to be released through the hips. And then you're just very gently bringing yourself back to a neutral position. A little cat and cow, so we'll just take one of them, tail up, stomach down. Chest through, gaze through, and then wait for an exhalation, tail under, lower back releases, spine gets that lovely stretch, and the head comes down. Actually, we'll take 3 of them because they feel really good. I think always in the morning, you just really crave that cat and cow movement. So just start to move in time to your breath. So as you inhale, you push your bum up, your stomach comes down, chest broadens, collarbone comes through, and then you exhale and the tail comes under. You round your back, rib cage, and you let the head release all the way down. And then just find that neutral position. So we're going to work deeper into the shoulders now. We've opened them up and we're just going to take it deeper. So with your right hand, just lift it off the earth and just try and balance yourself over your left hand and your 2 knees that are grounded. Stabilize your core to do this, and that will really help to do this. Start to draw your right hand just under, just walking the backs of your fingertips through. And then just wait for the inhalation. As you inhale, draw the navel up and sweep the hand all the way up, just in line with the shoulder. As you exhale, just start to sweep it under. Seeing how far you can get. And then inhaling, coming up and opening the shoulder. And then exhaling and coming through. We'll take one more, inhaling, sweeping all the way up. And then exhale and release that hand back down. We'll take it over to, actually no, we're going to really stabilise the core. Forgot we're going to do a little Superman. So with the same hand, extend it out in front of you. Option 1 is here, we're staying here for 3 breaths. Option 2 is finding your left hand and your right knee, stabilising through the core, drawing the navel up, and then perhaps extending the left leg back for our Superman. Once you've found whatever option you're using, see if you can find that stability by really drawing the navel up. Keep your gaze down as well so that your neck has got a nice alignment, and keep breathing into it and think about creating space from the fingertips to the toes. Really nice. One more, inhale and draw everything apart. And exhale and release back down. Heels together, knees out wide, child's pose. Allow everything to melt down. Refine that breath, that anchor point while you're here. And then when you're ready, on an inhalation, come all the way back up and through. So again, just find your way over your knees and your hands before we start to balance. Spread your right hand really nice and wide, and then start to lift your left hand up. Sorry, we're coming out to the side for this one. Walk your left hand underneath your body, just till you start to feel a stretch to the back of your shoulders. So just pause there for a second and wait till you find the breath. As you start to link in, as you feel the inhalation, sweep the left hand up towards the left hand side. Amazing. And then exhale back down. So we're not coming up any higher than the shoulder joint at this point. Just inhaling, sweeping up. And then exhaling and sweeping back under again. Inhaling and drawing up. And then exhaling and releasing back down again. So we're ready for our Superman now. When you're ready, option one, left arm is up. Find your weight into your right hand and also your left knee. Draw up in the navel and draw out of those limbs. And then decide whether we're taking a full Superman. And wherever you are from here on, you are staying for your 3 breaths. If you need to tap down to come back up, absolutely do. Keep your gaze down at your mat as well, because if you're looking forward, we're going to end up with a really stiff neck. Find that Ujjayi breath and use it when it gets challenging. That's when we need it. And then release all the way back down again. Bring your bum back to your heels just for a pause, just for your child's pose. And then we're going to make our way to downward dog. So when you're ready, you're tucking your toes behind you. You're waiting for an inhalation to lift you back and through. That's it. And you're finding your downward dog. Lovely. Let's get the alignment of the downward dog. Feet are hip width apart. So just adjust them. And then just start to slide your bum back, but keep your knees nice and soft. Once you've attended to there, zip up your core, navels in. So you're just feeling that hollowing out through the lower core muscles, the lower bandus. And you're knitting your ribcage in. Your shoulders are softening back, and it's almost as if you're hugging in with your top of your arms towards your ears. Spread your hands really nice and wide. And then just pedal into it for a couple of breaths. Whenever you're ready, we're going to make our way to the front of the mat. So you might wish to come back down to come back up, or if you can, you're just going to tiptoe all the way up towards your fingertips. That's it, lovely mum. Once you get there, just bring yourself all the way into your mountain pose. Hands are out to the side, nice leggings, Agnes. Soften your shoulders and bring your hands out to the side and just find your feet again. Take a moment here. A lot going on there, so just allow yourself to absorb it. Closing your eyes down and just feeling your body, the way it feels in this moment. We'll take it into a nice gentle flow. So when you're ready, anchor through the heels, inhale and sweep all the way up towards the ceiling, softening those nice open shoulders down your back. As you exhale, hands are in towards each other, elbows are going to start to draw down, tail is down, and you're just finding your elbows against your ribcage. And then you're inhaling and you're drawing all the way back up to seated or standing pencil pose. Keep flowing, exhaling on the way back down, elbows down to the rib cage. Lovely. And then inhaling as though there's magnets drawing those hands together. And then last one, exhaling, drawing down. Inhaling, drawing all the way back up. This time as we exhale, start to hinge at the hips, keep the knees soft, and start to swan dive all the way down with a nice long spine, almost as if you're going through half lift on the way down. Once you get down there, melt down, knees are soft, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just start to find that lower back release again. Just notice anything that's going on there. Release your hands down to the earth, bring your hands onto the shins, wait for the breath and rise up to that half lift. Finding a nice long spine, and then exhale and release all the way back down again. Bring your hands next to your feet. So this is the point you might need blocks. If you do, just take your hands to your blocks or just frame your feet. Weight into your left foot and just stepping back through the right foot. We're going to stay high today, but if you want to, you can bring that back knee down and come into a low lunge. If you're staying high with me, you're coming all the way up, bending into the front knee and using that big strong back leg to hold you in your lunge. Square your hips to the front of the mat, give them a wiggle, and then just wait for your inhalation. Once you feel it, keep your legs exactly as they are and start to draw your hands all the way up, leaving your shoulders down your back. Exhale and elbows are coming down. So once the elbows come down, I want you to straighten your front leg up and just feel that wee stretch. Make sure you keep a micro bend there. Inhale and draw all the way up and bend into the front knee. As you exhale, both actions at the one time, elbows down, leg straightens. Lovely. And then inhale and draw up. If you're on your back knee, you're just keeping yourself where you are, sorry. Bend into the front knee. And then last one, leg straightens, elbows down, shoulders are soft. And then inhale and draw all the way back up. From you're going to find your warrior two. So mum, if you're on your back knee, just bring yourself up and off it. Bring your hands onto your hips. That's it. And right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. And left knee, you're finding a bend in it. Almost as if your heels are lined up with each other. Bend into the front knee and lengthen those arms apart from each other. Wiggle through the shoulders. Take it into a little flow. So as you inhale, those palms come in together and you straighten up that front leg, but you don't lock it out. And then as you exhale, Prana Mudra, out to the side. Inhale and draw all the way back up. Exhale and back down. We'll do one more. Inhale and draw all the way back up. And exhale and find that one last time in your warrior two. Prana Mudra, make sure your knee's not coming up. So as you inhale this time, I want you to take your hands to your hips, pivot onto the ball of your back foot, back to your lunge. Exhale and just pause here, lift the gaze, draw the tail down, feel your lunge. And then next inhalation, one step, two steps back to the front of your mat. Find your mountain pose again, pause there. Hands out to the side. Lift your gaze. Find your focal point, your drishti. And then as you inhale, sweep your hands all the way up towards the sky. This time as you exhale, start to push your bum back, bringing your elbows down and sitting down into your chair pose. Amazing. Inhale and draw all the way back up to your pencil pose. And then as you exhale, cascade down into your forward fold. Really nice. Inhale and take that halfway lift. Find that stretch from your tail to your crown. Your gaze is down. And then exhale, find your blocks or the earth till we set up for the other side. So weight into the right foot this time and you're starting to lift your left foot back. Again, if the knee was down on the first side, the knee's going to be down on this side. If not, you're bringing yourself up to your high lunge on the other side. So wherever you are, if the knee is down, bend into that front knee and make sure your right knee does not come over your toes. It's the same as if you're in a high lunge. Take your hands onto your hips and just wiggle your hips towards the front of the mat, almost as if you're just wiggling in. Once you've got that back leg, make sure that it's switched on to support you. Inhale and draw those hands all the way up. As you exhale, first one, we'll bring the elbows down and then just start to straighten the front leg up. If you're in your low lunge, mum, you're just staying with the arm movement. Inhale and drawing all the way back up, finding your lunge. And then exhale and finding that nice straight leg. Inhale and drawing all the way back up. Exhale and prana mudra, nice straight front leg. Inhale and draw all the way back up. And now, mum, you're going to come and meet us in warrior two. So hands onto the hips, pivot on that back foot and set up for your warrior two. Don't worry about it, we'll just wait for you, just take your time. It's hard getting up and down off that floor. Bend into the front knee, back foot is parallel with the back of the mat and just shuggle your hips round, drawing your tail down. Sweep those hands all the way back up. And then exhale and find your warrior two arms. Just feel your warrior two on this side. Notice how different it is from the other side. So we'll take this into a flow again. So as you inhale, straighten the front leg up, lengthen the arms up. And then as you exhale, your legs land in warrior two and your arms land in prana mudra. Inhale and draw all the way back up. No locking out the knees, remember. Exhale and soften them back down. Amazing. Inhale, draw from the pelvic floor, lift yourself back up. And then exhale and find your prana mudra warrior two. So stay where you are with the legs, lengthen the arms out in front, soften the shoulders down, last chance to feel your warrior two. And then wait for your next inhalation, ball of the back foot, just pivot round, square the hips to the front and you're back in your high crescent lunge. Sweep the hands up towards the air, or up towards the sky. And then exhale and cascade the hands down towards the front foot. If you've got blocks you can use them here, we're going to step this foot back and then we're going to bring our knees down. Walk our hands all the way forward and arrive in our Anapatasana. Breathe into it, take a few breaths here. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to walk our hands back, come all the way on with our bum onto our heels, curtsy our bum off to the side and lengthen our legs out in front of us. Walk your sit bones back till you start to feel the stretch at the back of your legs and then just start to settle your shoulders over your hips. Take a big breath here. And then as you exhale, keeping that kind of long spine, sweep your hands down onto your thighs. If there's any tugging behind the legs, thread something behind them just to release that off. And then just take a couple of breaths here. Perhaps the chest is getting drawn down towards the knees. You want to release out that back. Or perhaps you're quite happy with the stretch you've got there. So just listen to what the body's telling you, what shape it wants to go into it. When you're ready on an inhalation, draw yourself all the way back out. And we're going to bring ourselves into cross-legged position. But if you're not comfortable with that, any comfortable seated position. Once you've found the seat that is right for you, walk your sit bones back and find that height again through the spine, that space that we're looking for through the spine. Inhale and sweep your hands all the way up. As you exhale, bring your hands out in front of you, and then just start to slide your right arm underneath your left arm, finding your eagle arms. Both elbows draw down towards the chest, but you're keeping yourself nice and tall. Inhale, and if you need to more of a stretch, you're going to just draw your elbows up and perhaps take your gaze up as well. And then as you exhale, draw all the way back down again. Unravel the arms. So left arm is going to come up, right arm is coming behind the back, and perhaps you want to find a bind, or perhaps you're happy with this. Look at what's happening to my chest. It's like I'm pushing it out. So I'm going to draw my tail down and under, and draw and just suck my navel into my spine, and my rib cage draws together, and I'm no longer trying to present my chest out. And it really helps to release the back by just these little simple adjustments. Unravel the arms. Inhale, sweep all the way back up and through. And then as you exhale, bring those thumbs out in front of you. So this time we're going for the other side. So left arm is coming under the right, and we're weaving it all the way round, and we're drawing our elbows down towards your chest. Take a moment here. And then decide whether you need more. Inhaling, those elbows are coming up. And exhaling and releasing all the way back down. Unravel the arms again, so right arm stays up and over, left arm goes wherever you need it to go. Perhaps a bind, or perhaps it just rests at the lower back. And just breathe into whatever you've got there. Really nice. And then when you're ready, let's just unravel all the way up. Lift both hands up. Last little pose of the practice. Make sure we've got all this height and space through your spine. As you exhale, gently start to bring yourself over towards the right hand side. See, it doesn't really matter. Right hand comes into the lower back. Left hand either goes onto the right, outside of the right knee, or perhaps it goes to the inside of the left. Whatever feels comfortable. When you're ready, inhale and draw up and away. Exhale and find whatever twist is there for you this morning. Inhale and sweep all the way back up through centre. And then as you exhale, find that twist over to the other side. So make sure we've had the extension through the spine. Find what's there on the other side, just notice. And then when you're ready, inhale and draw up and away, and just see if you want to take it any further. Inhale and sweep all the way back through centre. And then as you exhale, bring those hands down behind you, unravel your legs, and make your way down onto your back, taking whatever you need for Shavasana with you. I'll run right over time. So we'll have a nice short butt. It might be short, but we want to really take advantage of it to absorb everything we've just done. Close your eyes down and just watch that light fade again. And allow yourself to find, as you find a wee bit of darkness behind your eyes, just find a little bit of depth of relaxation in your body. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. Soften all the muscles of your face just by letting go. Release your shoulders and allow them to take advantage of all that space we've created in the last 45 minutes. Allow your body to soften into that space and just notice anything that's perhaps causing resistance still. And if you find anything, just send your breath down there, perhaps by taking a couple of deep breaths in and out, sending the breath in your awareness to release out that part that still needs a little bit of attention. Or perhaps there's more than one place. And then just allow the breath to be soft and easy. Allow the body to settle. Feel yourselves just stepping down in those levels to softness and relaxation. Just allow yourself to let go. In a few moments, just allowing yourself to be in that rest and digest. Almost like you're just filling up. Just draw your awareness back from wherever it's going to. And your toes and find your fingers. And just start to make up a little bit of movement into both of these areas. Once you've awakened these areas, gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around the tops of your knees or the backs of your knees, whichever feels good. On an inhalation, gently just peel your lower back up and off, and perhaps your shoulders. Just draw yourself into a little seat. And then exhale and release back down, hands on the knees, and just start to rotate round and round. Again, just noticing that feeling of being massaged, that feeling of touch. And then whenever you're ready, just land on whatever side you're being called to. Now you've gone to your right hand side, so you're obviously feeling nice and energetic today. Agnes, I can't see you. Whenever you're ready, give yourself a push up to seated. Amazing. Inhale and sweep one last time together, back up, filling up with that beautiful oxygen, and then exhale and bring your hands down to our centre. Thank you for joining me for your yin yang flow this morning. I hope you have an amazing chilled day. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.